As when you go in for the engage and you look for the ult, it's really easy to just kind of step back and lock you down once the Crescent Guard. Some big summoners burn, such as teleport. 4 teleports down, Valdez!
Yeah, I don't know if that counts. I think the scuffle for the blue buff counts as action, but teleports, are they even really a summoner? They are very valuable, but not very combat heavy, you could say. Although, many times they are used to win fights elsewhere on the map. As we know, teleport is very valuable. We do have a bit of a tussle once again up on the top side. Ghost is going to be popped here from Kingin. Actually looking to make this happen, waits for the hop, but the Hyperprox coming in, and Perfect is just going to flash the knockup as Lucid is here. Flash on forward from Lucid, and from no hop, he will go down. First blood given over to Kingin, while KT take the first trade.
Yeah, and that Gnar counter pick not working out so far here in terms of this trade, as obviously he does have a CS lead, but that's going to be washed away by this pick here coming through. Kingin, good vision control here from D+ this entire game. They've really been able to give give aiming a lot of advanced notice about what Pioshik is doing.
Yeah, as Culling now going to come forward, Deft eating nearly the entirety of that. And now with a little bit of a roam down from Showmaker might come through, but they're going to try to take out the Nami first. Q will miss, but it's not going to matter. Kellen flashes and dies immediately. As DK, they were trying to set up a bait here on the Pioshik, but they will lose their Nami very early on. Can they take out Pioshik is the real question. As Lucid just going to throw that ult in early on and will take him out. Now the follow-up here onto aiming as Event Horizon will come down and zones everybody away and keeps them safe. But that was pretty close. The kick, and he gets kicked the other way, and then they just turn onto Pioshik, and it's just a 1-for-0, right? Oh, that extension on the stun is going to be huge. The all-out comes out, and Perfect with no Mega Gnar in sight. He's going to try to get away from this one. It's not going to happen as now Pioshik comes on in, and Kingin picks up a solo kill. Yeah, and that does mean that DK are going to try to make a move for this. Let's see when the TPs come in, as it is in the pit. Lucid just trying to zone this one away, but it goes to the forest. Deft's going to smite it himself with his Q, as now trying to turn on the Showmaker. The damage not quite there. In goes Pioshik, immediately gets shuffled out. And that might just be the end of this one, although they're trying to chase down Kingin here. The hook is going to come in, and Event Horizon will be good enough. They take out the Cassante. It's a shutdown for Pioshik, and KT right back in this game.
They want more here, but I don't know about this.
Oh boy, the kick over the wall, and Pioshik's just going to flash away from the last little bit of that one. As here comes Lucid thinking about it, but
this series just is going to live up to the D+ hype is a mid, try to clear that wave. King has to be so careful about overextending here. Does have his Unstoppable, of course, but BDD can lock him down if he uses it to get away from some of the other forms of CC.
There it
look
is.
at that angle.
Oh god, and he's going to hook the wall with Barrel, otherwise he was dead. Kind of a sharp angle there, not really Barrel's fault, but a very nice E there as another hook does come in. The ult off the Showmaker, but he immediately goes down. It's a trade, though, as the mid laner DK goes away, and now Kingin, he is stuck in the box, and that will be the end of him. A 2-for-1 in favor of KT.
Yeah, very messy fight there, but it is ultimately KT who get the win there. Some great hooks from Barrel, a teleport angle for him now, and D+ very comfortable to actually just start this off, and it looks like KT are going to give it up.
Yeah, DK know, they say, okay, well, his Gnar bar is running out. Now Pioshik is still going to look for the steal, as he is Lee Sin. He's got a very nice angle. He's looking for the kick. He wants the kills right into the cage, goes aiming, and down he goes. As now Lucid is going to be able to pick up the Drake, but it's 3 kills to the side of KT. A big team fight win for them.
Kill for BDD, a kill here, a 4th one for Pioshik, who sets it all up with a kick onto aiming. They want more here. Showmaker does have his ultimate, so this is very tricky to play out.
Oh, perfect. He's going to get caught here. Goes a bit early, but okay, finally traded back, as the dive is going to go the way of KT eventually, right? Okay, they finally traded 2 for 2. It's a double kill for Showmaker.
Yeah, I don't...
Not the cleanest.
I think you definitely wanted to play that.
Have waited many items, in fact, all of the items, to just not build it. But I'm sure he will. Perfect now in a little bit of trouble, actually a lot of trouble, as the bubble is going to come through here as well, and King is just tanking up the turret, and that is a kill fed over to aiming. I think DK have identified, hey, Perfect's not having the best game. Let's isolate this guy and try to pick up some extra kills.
Yeah, I mean, he has 4 deaths. He has only a Triforce and a Phage he's really sitting on around. He's got 2 long swords he picks up, but he's significantly behind, so he can't buy time. He's zoned away from the turret there.
They're doing this Baron.
AT are going to do this Baron while Deft continues to show mid, but I think they will figure this out. There's no vision here at all for D+. They are going to rush over now.
Yeah.
Perfect does not have TP. There's no way KT can stick this, but
okay, just run in a straight line, and maybe you avoid it all, but yeah, he's just dead. Crescent Guard not going to save him there. No vision, and just desperation. Kind of a...
10 seconds.
I still don't really believe that they can do this, but I mean, maybe just looking for the turn. They have a decent amount of damage with Veigar and Varus, and the Gnar, the mini Gnar, coming on in, and as you mentioned, no flip because Lucian should not be here. The Event Horizon is placed down. They're looking for the turn now. Kingen is tanking it up, and so is Beryl. And guess what? The K'Sante is much tankier than the Nautilus. And in the trade, DK will happily take that.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Okay, see if this third Event Horizon is going to be enough to get them something here. BDD should have it in a second. There it is.
Ooh, it's going to go the way of Lucid, though, as he does take it down. Meanwhile, it does look like we have a sacrificial Showmaker who does take a massive ult to the face.
Yeah, he thought he got out of there, but the Veigar ult will get you every time. If it's triggered before you slide, it's still going to hit you where you land. And that'll be a miracle here. I mean, Kellen doesn't have ult. Showmaker is down for 20 seconds, even with TP. This is just a pipe dream. Kellen's going to try, or rather, Kingen's going to try to flank.
Yeah, they're going to send it 15 seconds until Showmaker is even alive. As will the steal come through? Lucian goes in, he steals it away from Elise Sin. How does he manage to do that? As the flip comes through, and Kingen, he's still having some fun on the backside of this one. Eventually he goes down, but merely a K'Sante moment, but it's a DK moment regardless.
I mean, Lucid gets 2 critical objective takes. It's his 3rd of the game. He's able to secure the first Hex Tech, gets the second one, now the Baron. And KT did not do their due diligence against the Xinjiao, and it's so fantastic for D+'s composition. And it's going to be a huge problem here if they give any more. Beryl going to eat that cull.
Yeah,
I am.
He's not very tanky with just a Knight's Vow.
I am very worried about KT in this
range, so you have to create that extra space. And Showmaker as well, having to get on in there as Bubble is going to come down, but just desperately trying to take out this mid-tier 1. They will get...
Well, it's critical. It's not the carries.
So they just gave it away. Okay, they're just going to fight instead, I guess. The Chain of Corruption comes through, and Pyoshik is just going to get stunned here on the front line. Not going to engage on that one, but now the Gnar into the wall. But that's Lucid on the Xinjiao, takes 0 damage. In goes Pyoshik and Beryl once again. But the damage is coming out here from Deft and BDD to push them away. Aiming not quite able to get access to that back line, and now it's Showmaker gone. Does look like DK does not want to follow up on this one.
No, the real prize of the Dragon, though, is Beryl.
Or you could just face check in. That might just work. They're going to trade K'Sante for Nautilus, and Beryl will take that. Kellen looks like he's just fish food at this point in time. He's going to be putting the cage, flashes away as a few lands. And once again, in goes Pyoshik, but he's going to be taken out by Lucian, who flashes away and gets away from the enemy team. I mean, they don't have to do this, but they really desperately want to, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, look, KT, that's not great, but Showmaker is ulted here, and it's a very messy fight for D+. Like, they didn't contest, and then they opted into a fight they couldn't win. Lucid on the flank.
We're just charging on in now. Lucid, he does Crescent Guard eventually, but now he's locked down pretty much forever. Very nice block here from Kingen to keep his jungler alive.
Deathcap's done here for BDD. And this Baron is live, and Lucid losing his whole health bar. His flash is down now as well.
Bottom river as KT look to push ahead as it's Deft alone on the backside. He's just being assassinated by aiming, and 1Q will get the job done, and immediately the Varus is just gone.
And that should be the Dragon going over to D+. Super greedy from Deft, but he wanted to get some poke done onto the back line while the rest of his team was pressing the river brush, and he is just 100-0 by this Lucian.
As aiming is looking to come on in. Pyoshik on the flank here. And it might actually work out if aiming just going to face check this one. And now it's his turn to get caught to 280 carries. Just being isolated and killed for essentially nothing.
And Kingen lost half his health bar. Beryl's going in.
Oh, he's going in. I'm not sure about that one, but if he can bait a big fight for his team, it might be the answer. But he is being chipped away, and down he will go. But the stun comes in. It's McHale's to save Kingen, and now Showmaker gets in with the shuffle into that backline. They take out the Event Horizon player that is the Veigar. And BDD is taken out, but now Deft is here. Perfect's here. They're on the chase. And Lucid doesn't have an ult. He's going to be taken out as Man, this really is a boxing match, isn't it?
It really is. What a silly game, but Deft comes back and saves the day. That was...
Will regularly pick this one up, Guma as well, because just a huge amount of poke damage as the cage is already down. The damage is being done. They're just going to take it away. It's Hextech Soul to the side of KT, and it's another objective that D plus Key are just going to give away.
We're not fighting in the neutral. D plus just said you can have it. Aiming was pushing bottom, and D plus just completely lose focus.
Yeah, he's hiding on Bush. And this is some of the ways he's been able to get huge plays for his team. But this time it's a Cassante that he finds. Not the best target, but it's still enough damage with the Veigar at this point in time. And now Perfect on the Meganar looking for the forward play. He's going to get this flash on in onto Lucid, who is caught out and slowed for pretty much forever and has to flash away. Now aiming is dead. Okay, well that was not the angle he was looking for.
Is that just game? I think it is, right? No, they don't have enough minions. Media's going to push this wave in.
They don't have Baron buff either. Showmaker is getting in there desperately trying to keep this wave away from the turret. But there is a cannon minion rather, and that should be enough.
All right, nice try, Showmaker, to clear that wave. Would have bought them enough time maybe for aiming to come back, but not going to happen.
Okay, well that's the end of him as well, as one by one the dominoes fall, and KT, they are going to win this game number 2, and we absolutely have a series all over our hands, and I don't even know what this is going to look like for the rest of it. Who's going to win? Nobody knows, but KT wins.